Yo, it's your boy Logos, and today we're just gonna finish where we left off. Go in part two of Abba and Preacher's video about just Pearly things, getting exposed with receipts from I think Brittany, Vetti or Vanetti. I'll put the link to her video down in the description too, along with the link to their video. So we only got like 13, 14 minutes left, so let's get into it.
I wouldn't say worse sin, but whatever.
I mean, it's one of the only sins for which you can break your marriage.
But it's not one of the worst sins.
No?
No.
Why not?
It's not.
It's not.
If it's one of the only things that you can do to break a marriage, how would you say it's not the worst sin?
Because you can literally keep living your life after you cheat. You can literally decide to forgive him or her or not after you cheat. But if I kill you, you're dead. That's why it's not one of the worst ones. Like, come on. I would say thievery is still worse. Like, if you want to say within the context of relationships, then yeah, but how many commandments or whatchamacallits are within them that's dealing with relationships and stuff like that? Most of it is about like crime and like people and stuff like that. Don't murder, don't kill. I always say murder and kill, but don't thieve, don't kill, etc., etc.
Because
You could do a lot in a marriage.
yeah, because the thing that happened, it's not sins is not necessarily inherently within the marriage. There's other sins that exist. Right?
Exactly.
And
There's
the
more
worst sin,
important
I believe,
sins.
is killing yourself.
Yes,
That
that is
is
one of the worst. Okay, you don't say adultery's in the top 5?
I wouldn't know.
Okay,
What's the top?
is
What's the tens? I'm not. I need the all 10 commandments. I would say robbery, murder, and at least a few other ones. That's crazy. I don't even think grape is one of the commandments or one of the 10 things you should not do. But it definitely should be up there. Like, come on now. I think that's much more traumatizing, of course, than like, getting cheated on. Of course, both are bad, but like, I'd rather get cheated on than get raped or killed or robbed. I could come back from being cheated on. It's hard to come back sometimes from being robbed. It's impossible to come back from being murdered. Let's not be dramatic.
adultery.
I think murder is worse. That's top 5. There's 7s, nigga. Like, stop. No,
Like, for real.
no. There's 7 deadly sins.
Oh yeah, 7 deadly
Adultery
sins.
is considered a great sin.
It's a great sin, but it's just 7 main sins. There's
Exactly.
7.
This is what it says in
So if
Genesis
it's top-
20. It says maintaining a primary bond with one spouse is essential. Failing to hold one's spouses at the most important human relationship is the beginning of problems.
That's according to Genesis. But there's the New Testament and the Old Testament.
Okay. If a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband, then both of them shall die.
According to Genesis.
According to the really, come on, boy, you're going too far now, man. Come on, man, I like you too, but you're going too far. You're going off the deep end. You quoting the Old Testament. Are you really going to like make correlation between that? Because they tell them do a lot of fucked up stuff to people in the Old Testament. Throw stones at people. I don't think they're very nice to the LGBTQ people about that. Are we going to like pick and choose and cherry pick to go from the Old Testament because you don't like Pearly? Don't do that. That's pretty lame.
That's in the Old Testament.
This is Leviticus.
My nigga.
I don't know Bible stuff.
Don't step in.
Hey,
That's not your lane.
Hey.
I would never step on Quran shit.
Hey.
That's not your lane.
Hey, listen. I don't even stepping up on that shit. The Muslims be getting mad. Okay,
Exactly.
listen. Leviticus sounds kind of fire.
Leviticus.
Leviticus. Hey,
Leviticus.
listen. Leviticus.
Leviticus.
You don't even know how to say the
all them
fucking
niggas.
verse.
They sound kind of.
That's the Old Testament.
If a man be found lying with a woman married to.
Old Testament.
Yeah,
Nigga.
you like, boy.
Okay, you know
don't
what?
even fucking
My Christians. I said top 5.
There's 7 deadly sins, nigga.
There's 7, but there's more sins beyond that. I said, is it one of the most serious ones? And you said
No,
no.
it's not. It's not.
We having a biblical.
7.
Hey, Ruslan,
Really?
Ruslan, get in these comments. Who? Ruslan, he's the Christian
that?
YouTuber who be doing this thing. He's reading the comments sometimes. He about to be on this. He wanted to interview you too.
The what?
He wants to interview you.
He wants to
Interview, yeah.
Why?
He has very insightful stuff. Don't worry. It's not like he's gonna slap you over the head with a
I don't
Bible.
give a shit if he does.
But he's good. He's cool.
I'll
He's
slap
cool.
back.
Especially considering she's on her dad's dime.
Number one, I'm sorry I'm not a brokey. My dad yells at me for accounting every month and I have to like organize like business expenses versus personal. So my dad does yell at me when I pull out cash when you can't see what you spend it on.
Pearl reminds me of Pearl from
As every parent
SpongeBob
should.
asking her dad, Mr. Krabs, for money.
How much is all this costing me?
Here's the receipt.
I oughta.
Oh, Daddy, you got me
I hated that
everything
bitch.
I wanted.
She also reminds me of Mr. Krabs' daughter because he wants her to be a star and he's paying her way to do so.
Sorry. That was a crazy reference.
You know who Mr. Krabs' daughter is?
Who?
What she is?
What? She's a whale.
Oh wait.
Wait, bro, let's keep watching. I'm not gonna do that.
Being a little YouTuber is tough. I'm really tired of being broke, Dad. I can't mooch off of you forever.
My little girl is finally a star.
Give me a K-R-U!
I'm sure that Pearl understands the real world struggles of the average person from her
Okay, that was fucking great.
10-bedroom mansion.
You guys want the house tour?
Oh shit.
But clearly there is one thing that money cannot buy, and that thing is taste. This video is from Pearl's channel called Wife School. In the first episode, she and Allie, known as Real Femme Sapien on YouTube, meet up to improve on Pearl's fashion, along with a male stylist who is supposed to be helping Pearl attract a husband by improving her outfits. So let's take a look at some of the outfits he puts her in.
Perfect for a night out on the town.
I'll do the full tour.
This dress looks like a trash bag.
Yeah, that's an ugly ass dress. That's an ugly ass dress. But we don't even know if she bought it. Now I hope she ain't get that shit, because that shit did look awful on her.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Oh, she ain't spending shit.
That's fire, bro.
She left that shit.
Oh my days.
Sorry, bro. I just got.
She said it, and we all went true.
That's ugly. Yes, it's ugly.
Whoa.
Okay. All right, Venti, go ahead.
Golly.
Let's go.
You are a little savage.
Hey.
It's unflattering on her because it's showcasing her stomach, which is not what she should be highlighting. Not only that, but the black is washing her out, making her look very drained, especially considering the fact that she normally doesn't wear makeup. Going without makeup is a personal choice and it's fine, but if you're gonna do that, you need to know your color palette or you will look even more tired and sickly when you wear the wrong colors. I'm going to go ahead and explain a little bit of color theory to you guys. Color season is a system that utilizes color theory to categorize where each person falls under in order to easily find out what colors look good on them. It's based on how their skin's undertones interact with other colors, and that involves how light or dark their skin is relative to the hair and eye color. If you have warm undertones in your skin, you'll look more yellow with green veins in your wrists, and if you're cool tone, you'll look more pinkish or reddish with blue veins on your wrists. If you have a warm undertone, you should wear warm colors. If you have cool undertones, cool tone colors will suit you best. You have to have a trained eye to be able to see it in some cases, but Pearl is cool toned as you can see with her pink flush in her skin. Pearl is either a light summer because of her cool tone coloration, or she would be a light spring because it's right next to light summer in the color wheel. It's a little hard to tell on the internet, but I know for sure she's on that side of the color wheel. If you look at someone and the first thing you see is their outfit's color instead of their
Men don't give a shit about this, but I do agree that dress look awful.
own natural coloration and features, then you're wearing the wrong colors. The stylist doesn't apply this knowledge or even utilize basic color theory, and instead, he takes her to a cheap, fast fashion store like Zara. If he were actually good at his job, he would not be making these mistakes. If money were an issue, which clearly for Pearl it's not, there are better budget-friendly places you could go to for higher quality clothes. For example, go thrifting. But yeah, clearly Pearl doesn't need to go thrifting. He could have just taken her to a higher end mall or a department store. Honestly, he just does her dirty the entire time.
That's super cool.
Oh my days.
No, the fuck it ain't.
Okay, I should confess something to you guys. This stylist, I know who he is. I met him while I was in London. He's actually a fan of ours. I just recognized him. I think this is purposeful sabotage. And so, yo, listen, Leighton, if you're watching this, shout outs to you.
That looks really nice.
Where would I go with this outfit?
I think that could be an afternoon. I think that could be an evening outfit. I think you could go out in Shoreditch wearing that. You could go to Canary Wharf to one of the bars down there. Meet some nice high value guy.
He looks at her with a straight face, telling her she's going to meet a high value guy in this outfit.
Hey, you remember when we said women are way more vicious with women?
Sorry.
That's just facts.
Oh, it'll look nice going out for errands and having a nice dinner. He's just talking out of his ass.
So what do we rate this? 1 to 10.
I reckon it's a high 8.
Like, I don't know how a stylist can honestly rate these outfits so high.
Alright, now we're talking.
Spin after
It's a bathroom.
He
It's a
must think that
bathrobe.
she's a dumpster because he keeps putting her in trash bags.
God damn.
Bro.
God damn.
Qu'est-ce que le fuck?
Oh, you know what? This one's actually not bad.
Nah.
Yeah, I just don't see the
I
shape.
think the color.
Angle it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this one's alright.
This is actually like the only one.
Better.
This is the only one that's fine.
Because he's done it now like 3 or 4 times in this video, and he's not highlighting any of the flattering parts of her body, which defeats the entire purpose of having a stylist help you. There are several different body shapes, but for Pearl, she holds most of her weight
Rectangle or
proportionately in her arms and in her stomach. And that should have been taken into consideration when he was dressing her. Regardless if she loses weight, her proportions will stay the same relative to her other body parts. You can bring balance back to the body by drawing the attention to the most attractive body parts and away from the least attractive ones using color, patterns, texture. But of course, he would know that if he actually knew what the hell he was doing as a stylist. It is honestly just so frustrating watching him not look smacks her. In this outfit, the skirt does not work. Pearl could have put on some jeans with a wider cut at the bottom to balance her upper, heavier half, or she could have put on a skirt that was A-line, high-waisted, and above the knee, but in middle of the thigh, not too short. Would have done the trick to bring attention to her legs and away from her stomach.
I'm pulling in the back because it's too big.
That is
Nah,
no. Side to
I don't like
side.
that
That is
either.
that's pretty cool. But
Nah, that's ugly. That's the worst. Nah, that ain't the worst, but that's ugly too. Yeah, I think let's see. He's either a plant or he's blind because maybe it's just me, but none of those dresses really look nice on her. But it's just me. I'm just one person. I'm not a fucking god of opinions or nothing. I ain't finna tell you think like me. It just look bad to me.
Sorry. These fucking outfits are jarring.
that is proper like New Year's Eve party type.
Yes, should I wear it for New Year's Eve? Get it fitted? Or let me glass.
Yeah.
You see how he literally highlights her stomach with bright green sparkles? I can't take this anymore. And then he has the audacity, he must got it from Pearl, the audacity to suggest for her to tailor a Zara dress that won't survive one wash.
She's gutting Pearly. She's gutting fucking Zara.
But you know what? She's not just being petty. She's speaking facts.
She's not
She
right.
knows what she's talking about.
That's the thing.
She knows what she's talking about. So I'll take it.
You might not like the delivery, but I mean,
She's
Hey,
right.
you got your pizza.
In my opinion, she's right.
Literally go watch a fashion channel. Go watch Ali Art on YouTube and then come back to us when you actually know how to do your job. And it's not just her frumpy style that's preventing her from looks maxing. It's also her presentation with her hair. She's not bothering to style it, and many people are even commenting about it under her TikTok, telling her to brush her hair. Pearl's hair just needs a haircut with some texturing to give it volume so that it's not so stuck and flat to her head. Her hair is very manageable. How is she going to teach other women how to attract a husband when she doesn't even put the minimal effort in her own appearance?
No, I've noticed a lot of therapists are like older single women, and I'm kind of like, if you can't maintain a relationship, why would I take advice from you?
But you vex.
So if she wants to be taken seriously, she should care about her overall presentation, including her fashion, hairstyle, her attitude, and bodily self-care. This situation is so deeply embarrassing and desperate. She has no business telling other women how to attract a husband. I wanted to give Pearl credit for trying to improve on her fashion, but she makes it really hard to do so when even months after this video, she continues to show up on camera with her hair undone, unbrushed, stuck to her head, no volume.
that was not washed.
She looked like she balding in that photo.
Yeah,
Because you could see her fucking
it's just
grin.
because it's greasy. It's dirty. Her hair is dirty. That's really why. So it clumps up together and there's no volume. That's what it
Okay.
is.
All right. I think we watched enough of this. If you guys want to see the rest of it, there's plenty of portions that we didn't watch in this because we want to encourage you guys to go watch the full video. So go support her because she did a great job. If you guys like this video, leave a like and comment, but definitely go there. I'll say this. I don't want to have to cover this girl again. Okay. I promise you guys we do one last video, and I thought this was a good one because I think it summarized a lot of the issues that exist with this person. And I think it also showed in real time how she lies on purpose because it suits her agenda financially. So like we said before, we think a lot of these people are grifting. We think a lot of these people want to make money off the fact that men are upset. Men have real grievances. Men have real issues. And these people want to speak to these people and their hurt and their pain to try to get their money. That's what it really comes down to. That's why so many of these guys will donate to Fresh and Fit and say foul things to the women who are on the panel. That's why men will donate to Pearl so she can say things to the people on the panel. It's their
They
chance to
donate
get
shit.
back at a lot of these people. It's not surprising.
No.
And Pearl, she is what she is. But yeah, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I don't want to kill her off again. So I don't have much else to say. What do you want to think?
That girl was speaking facts.
Yeah,
She was speaking facts.
facts.
Backing up. It was probably like harsh delivery, yeah, but backing up with a lot of facts. So there's nothing much to say about that.
Bam.
You know what I mean? Like, she does things to benefit herself, and that's pretty much it. She wants to knock on women. She wants to knock on black women, and yeah.
She wants a knock on black woman. Yeah, I disagree with Appreciate. That's just some more of that blackly black bullshit. I don't care what your color is. If you say something that makes sense, then it makes sense. Ain't none of that try to knock on black women. These black women, like every other woman, are adults. They are smart, knowledgeable people and know what they're getting into by going on any show. Whether it's Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, Pearly Things, or any other podcast that may be out there. I don't know. I don't watch much of any of them. But either way, these people are grown adults. Stop treating them like children when they get themselves in situations that make themselves look bad.
Yeah, she said it. It came out of her mouth. You know what I mean? Why should I take advice from you?
Yeah.
It came out of her own mouth.
Yo.
So,
I mean, you got catfish.
that's the first time that she was not lying, my girl.
Yep.
You was not lying there. Why should people take advice from you?
That's it. If that's really your goal, like, listen, if a woman's 28, unmarried, I don't care. But if you talk about how it's your goal and you shame other people for not being, like, bitch, I'm gonna laugh at you. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna laugh at you. You out here telling everybody to get in shape while you stuffing a Twinkie down your throat. I'm gonna laugh at you too. That's what you advocate.
Yeah,
I don't care.
yeah.
You could be in your late 30s not married. I wouldn't be like, oh, lonely bitch. I don't give a fuck.
But you care so much.
But if you want to shame others, if you want to clown other people, calling them whales, meaning your ass looking a little frumpy, yeah, you can get that work.
Make sure
you
that-
can get it.
make sure that
and
you-
you deserve it too.
Make sure that your bedroom is clean.
People are giving you the energy that you gave others. Don't cry now.
It's funny how you moved to the UK only to live in a glass house and to the rocks.
There you go. Should have stayed in that mansion, stupid. Anything else you want to say? All right, well, let us know what you guys think about Just Lonely Thing.
Damn, I meant to stop before I go to the next video. But either way, my opinion is that I don't have any problems with Pearly or anything like that. And the stuff that she did with that guy, moving the man when he was homeless and she got catfish, she's crazy as fuck for doing that. Her father or mother is either the nicest people on earth or smoking dope, letting her do that too. Because there's no way in hell I would let my daughter get into something like that. Like I said at the start of the last video, if you say something that makes sense, then it just makes sense. And you should argue the point instead of arguing the person. So her not being married doesn't really hold weight to me because of the fact that she could make the same argument, or anyone could, that a lot of people that hate her didn't have both parents in the home. They never experienced what a marriage looks like. So when you pull these arguments about her being single, she can pull that same argument about your parents not staying together. And if they said that, you will feel some type of way. If she said something about your father not sticking around, your mother not being around for you, or not loving you, or this, that, and the other, you'll be butthurt about it. So saying stuff like you being single or not doesn't really hold weight with me, and just sounds like a very, I don't know, high school level rebuttal. If you want to argue something, focus on the facts and the points. If you don't like what she says about like cheating and stuff, then press her on that stuff and get to find out what she actually means about it, and what type of people can accept it or not accept it, what type of people have that power and don't have that power. And I think that's the better way of going about it. And it'll be the exact same way if Pearly decide to attack Auburn Preacher, stuff like that. Because I hated how Fresh and Fit went after Preacher's wife. I think that shit was low, and I think that shit was lame. If you have a problem with Preach, talk about Preach. Meet him in person, hash it out, and be done with it. But bringing in all these fucking civilians or side people or whatever, it just seems petty to me. I don't know, and it screams emotional to me at the same time, because I think Fresh and Fit or Fit Myron, he was like screaming and shit, doing all this stuff. We were talking about Preacher's wife, and that shit just seemed hella emotional. It didn't scream on none of the characteristics he talked about, like, I don't know, alpha male, quote unquote, or just, you know, being high value. None of that stuff just, I don't know, it just didn't look reassuring to me. So I'm not a fan when anybody does that to anybody. So I'm not finna just side with Auburn Preacher all the time, or side with Pearly all the time, or Fresh and Fit or anybody. Because to be honest, I try to keep most of the content at bay until I feel like reacting to it on the channel, because too much of it isn't good for you, in my opinion. You shouldn't be hating anybody, men, women, anybody. You got better stuff to do with your life. You focus on self-improvement and holding yourself accountable, then I would say that you would get much more out of life compared to hating other people and demanding they get with you or agree with you all the time. It just doesn't sound like a logical way or a sensible, stress-free way of going about things. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. I'm not the fucking king of opinions. Like I said at the start, I'm just one person, and this one person, like everybody else, is, I don't know, fallible. It's possible that I make mistakes or I'm wrong about stuff, like we all are. And the whole part of doing this channel is, I don't know, going on this little journey of getting knowledge, seeing the world, and trying to understand it, and hopefully save it, because in my opinion, it's looking very chaotic. And that's why we try to do this, and that's why it's titled Call Out the Chaos. But that's it for now. It's your boy Logos. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace.